Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 2 at INTIMASIA 2025. I have with me on stage Mr. David Landart, Business Head South Asia for the Carlin Group, and the Carlin Group will be presenting a trends workshop on lingerie trends. The first part will put the focus on soft lingerie products covering lingerie, comfortwear and nightwear, and the second part will focus on GenZ, the target group. David brings 20 years of experience in the international textile and fashion industry, including 10 years in India. He is currently based in Bangkok and in charge of business development in South Asia region for Carlin Creative Trend Bureau. He is active in the Indian market since 2014. He runs with Indian brands and export factories around 15 creative projects each year. Brand styling, creation of premium capsule collections, fabric sourcing, etc. He is also a regular speaker for trends conferences and other creative topics for leading trade fairs in the region. Prior to joining Carlin, David worked for a few years as Asia sales manager for a French fabrics manufacturer. He's an MBA from the UK and speaks French, English, Spanish, and Thai. Originally created by Fred Carlin in 1947 as a design studio, Carlin Creative Trend Bureau is the only trend forecasting and style agency experiencing a particularly unusual concept, mixing design, marketing, and communication know-how. 45 creative people across 10 nationalities appreciate, anticipate, analyze emerging trends, and translate them into tailor-made designs for fabrics, lingerie, beachwear, intimate wear, sportswear, and Western women's wear. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome David Landart.
Very, very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to that transition. I'm very happy to be back to India. Well, India is not a new country for me because I've been coming here on a regular basis for I don't know, time flies away, for the past 10 years, I would say. And I had the chance and the honor to collaborate with INTIMASIA since the very first edition that happened a long time ago in Goa, in Hyatt Hotel, just by the beach side. So again, I'm very happy to be with you today. Long story short, we are a design agency from Europe, from Paris. Nobody is perfect, so I'm French myself, as you can hear. But probably in the previous life, I was Indian, and in my next one, I'm going to be Indian too. I fell in love with your country a long time ago, and I'm really, really optimistic about the future of India, which is to become a giant in textile industry in the next decade. So really, again, I look forward to all the evolution and revolutions that will happen in India, and I'm pretty sure that you're gonna do great in the future. So let's start with the presentation. So we're gonna focus today on spring/summer 2026 trends. So these are the products that are supposed to be launched by early next year, by February, March 2026 onwards. But before talking about trends, let me briefly introduce you to my company and who we are, what we do. So we are the oldest design agency in the world, since we were created in 1947, right after the Second War in Paris, by a gentleman named Mr. Fred Carlin. So we've been in business for quite a while, and we were the very first design agency in the world to start forecasting the trends. The very first trend book we released was in 1970, so it's been a while. So we, in-house in Paris, we have lots of designers for lingerie, designers for sportswear, for ladies wear, for menswear. We cover the whole fashion spectrum. As I told you, we are not new in India. I've been coming here for 10 years. And right now in India, I'm running more than 15 creative projects, mainly working with brands and department stores on creation of new brands or creation of new lines for existing brands. I had the chance to collaborate before COVID with one leading lingerie brand, Enamor, 2 years in a row. But we also the agency which created All About You brand by Deepika Padukone in like 8 years ago for a Mintra platform. We are working on sportswear with Performax on male and female segment. We also the agency which created before COVID Varnesen innerwear line first for male and then for female. So again, you have a short list of our existing customers here on the screen. It's just a short list, and it's really a growing business. So in charge of Asia Pacific region, I'm sharing my time between Paris and Asia Pacific region. I have an office in Thailand, in Bangkok. So it's only a 3 hours flight from Bangkok to Delhi or to Bangalore or Mumbai. So really, India became my second home. Worldwide, we are quite well known in the lingerie industry. So we are the external design agency of the largest lingerie fair in the world, named Interfilière International Lingerie Fair in Paris. So we are doing many things for them. Every season we forecast the trends for them, the new colors. We select the fabrics from exhibitors of Interfilière. We create their trend forum. We create PR contents, creative contents for the press. And we do the same thing for the largest fabrics fair in the world, Première Vision Paris. And we've been working with Première Vision Paris for, 30, 35 years now. Garment-wise, for lingerie product, we work with Obad, we work with Chantel, we work with Victoria's Secret, we work with Empreinte. In Korea, we are the design agency of KTTA, which is the largest textile and garment association of South Korea. And in China, we are working with the leading #1 lingerie group named Huiji Maniform. And over the past 10 years, we have created 12 new brands from scratch for that group in China. So one brand is focusing on GenZ, another one is on shapewear, the third one is whatever. But 12 brands created from scratch for Huiji Group in China. So let's start with these trends forecasting presentation, and let's start with the colors. What are the key colors for spring-summer 2026? So the very first color is the green color, but not any kind of green. We call it the diving green color. So you got the color, and then below the color, we got some catwalk pictures in order to illustrate how leading fashion brands, women's wear brands, are using that color nowadays. The second key color of the season is the Barbados cherry color. So it's not a red color, it's not a coral color, it's something between. When we talked about colors, we talked about two things. We talked about brand new colors. Sometimes we see new colors coming in the market very strongly, and sometimes it's not. It's just an evolution. So we have colors like pink, red, purple, which are coming back every season, but the tone of the color is a little bit different. So this season for SS26, we are not talking about red, we are not talking about color, we are talking about Barbados cherry color. Next key color family, this olive green color. And the final one, the fourth key color family, the shirting blue color. What about fabrics? So for fabrics, and this is on the right side of the slide, we're gonna work this season on murmur trend. And the murmur trend, in terms of fabrics, we have three key fabrics family. The first one, this is on the top right corner, it's the measured rhythm family. We are working here on striped materials, which are very much deployed all over lingerie sector. Lingerie, nightwear, and swimwear. This on-trend spirit sometimes worked on discrete colors, bring a note of summer lightness. On the right side, the second fabrics family is the discrete florals, where the flowers multiply and become miniature. And they are also very much punctuated with lightness. This is a vintage note that brings refreshing new colors to this atmosphere. And on the bottom right corner, the last fabrics family is the soft linear fabrics family, where ribbed fabrics are intended to be soft and decorated with very small and discrete patterns. We are also working in that family on solid fabrics on the other hand, but these solid fabrics make no compromise on comfort. We are also working in that family on new blends of cotton, modal, and tencel fabrics, which are coming into their own. Again, on the right side of the slide, another very important fabric strands is the option trend fabrics. We are working here on a geometric 70s spirit, very much inspired by the geometric shapes of the 70s area. These materials favor very minimalist patterns. Flower-wise, we are working on confident floral, where the flowers of our summer garden are very elegant and timeless, and these flowers are adorned with energetic nuances, giving them a touch of modernity. Last but not least, fabrics family, the dynamic and rhythmic family. Here we are working on stripes and rib materials which merge to create rhythmic plays of textures thanks to some kind of alternating colors and bold textures. We have also in this family crochet style phase that add a minimalist floral note. So the very first trend I've selected for you this season. So each season we work on 4 trends, covering the whole market. For you guys, I have selected 2 trends this season. So Murmur is the first trend. Why I have selected this trend? Because in that trend we are not talking about high seduction products. We are mainly focusing on basic products, but we want to modernize the basics with a little bit more femininity. And this is something that really is needed in India at the time being. How to renew the basics with femininity. So the first trend of the season, Murmur. So now we're gonna see a very short movie in order to illustrate the mood of the trend. And then after that movie, I will explain you how to translate that trend into lingerie design. All right. So these are the three key concepts in this murmur trend. Calm down, cool down. It's a quiet trend. Airy design, and a play of contrast between matte and lightness. Now, what about lingerie market? In that trend, in murmur trend, we are very much working on a summer atmosphere that permeates the city with very gentle tranquility, where urban dwellers enjoy a light and pleasant breath of fresh air. They blend into the ambient whisper, murmur trend. We are whispering. We are really in the quiet atmosphere here, aspiring to a measured discretion and a temperate savoir-vivre, allowing them to take a step back from the very turbulent urban world. The keywords in that trend are lightweight comfort, intergenerational. That murmur trend will be translated for all the generations, not only for Gen Z. Basic modernity, how to renew the basics, and measured flowering. It's a perfect story for Indian market in order to renew what we call soft lingerie, comfortwear, and nightwear. What about the colors for murmur trend? Here, so on the left side, you've got the main color range, and on the right side, you have the colorways, different ways to combine these colors together. So the overall color range is working on this urban palette, which gently harmonize with powdery, discreet, slightly sometimes wash out shades. This atmosphere with intimate and understated appeal inspire soothing and refreshing colors combinations. Now, what about, so we have developed for murmur trend a few stories, design story. The very first story is named Sweet Sobriety Story. In one word, long story short, how do we renew cotton models this season. So here, we are very much working on comfortable, everyday lingerie that embodies the elegance of simplicity with its very clean cut, combined with soft and slightly graphic materials. These new textures add a subtle touch of refinement that envelop the body in timeless softness. So you've got here left side and right side. Let's start with the left side. You have on the left side this, we propose a color solution in order to renew the basics. We are offering here a range of pastel colors, lightly tinted, to give these everyday underwear pieces a very refreshing and subtly colored note. Fabrics-wise, we are working on knit in that story, on Pontel knit fabrics with discrete patterns made from an ultra-soft and comfortable cotton modal blend. Product-wise, we are working on this fake underwired bra. A bra with no underwiring and rounded cutouts around the breast. Now let's go to the right side of the slide, and let's first focus on print and shape solution. We are working here on repetitive and miniature geometric patterns inspired by Pontel knit patterns in order to renew printed basic packs. For lace, in order to create this lingerie with lace, we use designs inspired by these iconic Pontel knits. And product-wise, on the right side, we are working on this short underwired fake style camisole and some soft panties. Oops, sorry. Next story, belonging to the same overall trend, Murmur trend. The name of the story is Muted Serenade. In that story, we are willing to renew the models, the basics, with Liberty print. Liberty print has been on forever, but every season, the trends are modifying the treatment of this Liberty print. So here, the Liberty prints offer a range of vintage colors appealing to a young adult clientele who like to mix and match the fabrics of this lingerie set. We'll come back to that later on the next part of today's presentation, on the Gen Z population, and we will see that we will have a lot of mix and match combination in that trend. First, the left side. What about the prints? We are using floral design with small contrasting stems in vintage colored background. For basic pack, color-wise, we will combine vintage colors with a pastel color palette for packs of basics. And for the products, we will work on high-cut panties adorned with a frill embroidery and mix of lace and embroidery with prints. This is for the left side. Now, what about the right side of the screen? Color-wise, we are using vintage colors for floral prints background. For the lace, we are using airy lace with a floral pattern in vintage yellow shades. And for the products, we work, this is on the right side, we work on floral print underwired bustier, high leg V tanga with a decorative bow, underwire bustier with a square neckline, and high leg tanga with an opening at the back. Next story. the Beyond Rhythm, or here, how to renew woven models this season. This story is focusing on nightwear, but not only, where nightwear sets are inspired by ready-to-wear with very delicate, light, and discreet patterns. And lived by measured and muted shades, these prints offer a kind of on-trend and aesthetic alternative to warp and weft woven summer sets. First, left side, what about nightwear? We are highlighting here the long-fitted pyjama shirt and high-waisted, flared, belted pants. For basic pack, color solution, we are taking inspiration from small, ready-to-wear patterns in order to give basics an on-trend look. Now let's go to the right side of the slide. What about the materials, the fabrics? We are here willing to highlight the fine striped materials like jersey, woven or sponge materials. The blue and white stripe appeared on all products in our wardrobe. What about the products? Here it's an interesting focus on swimwear, where we work on demi-cup scarf bra with wide straps. And this type of prints can also be available in shades of orange. Next, thank you. The measured variations, or how do we bring something new to soft lingerie? This story here emphasizes the softness of the fabrics used to construct the easy-to-wear sets. The shapes are available in varying scales and constructions to be used in different product sectors like lingerie, sportswear, and nightwear with a transversal raw material approach. First, left side, fabrics-wise, we are using single fabrics for several product sectors, which will be available in varying scales and fit depending on their attribution. For product, the focus here is on sportswear, where the sports sets consisting of a medium-sized shorty skimming the thighs. We have crop top bra with a square neckline and very wide straps. Now let's go to the right side of the slide. What about product for lingerie? We are working here on easy-to-wear summer set composed of a wired free bra with very clean lines and a homeware style shorty. Of course, all of these models can also be adapted to the junior sector. We have our creation on the very right side of the slide. We have ornamental cutout on the stomach. We have boy short styles cut out at the crotch. And we have also this little straight bra. And this is for lingerie. And for nightwear, we have this boyfriend style nightwear set with ergonomic and effective cuts consisting of mid-thigh shorty accompanied by a tank top with more coverage on the stomach. Next slide. Silent delicacy, or how to renew ribbed fabrics product this season. For a nightwear or lingerie set, ribbed fabrics stand out with their discreet flowers matched with a minimalist-inspired floral lace. We have bra cups lengthened in scale and 9 gauze, which kind of stand out with their scandalous length, showcasing this new graphic design. First, on the left side, for product solution for lingerie, we have this little flowers lingerie set consisting of a plunge bra and a rib thong. Our team has created this bodysuit with a plunging neckline, scarf triangle bra with a very deep V neckline. And we have also this thong worked in ribbed materials. For nightwear, still on the left side of the slide, we have this long dress in heavy fabrics with a tight slit featuring a flattering neckline. Now on the right side, print-wise, we will work in this story on floral patterns which alternate with linear graphic elements in order to provide a rhythmic visual structure. While about lace, we will work on all over lace fabrics with very condensed and repetitive floral patterns, offering some kind of subtle transparency. Material-wise, we will also work on new jacquard fabrics that will alternate between a rib-structured and floral patterns. Next story, the urban shapewear, or how to renew shapewear for summer use. Here in that story, shapewear, we adopt a very minimalist look and is very much refined with lightness. It is adorned with floral patterns in shades, subtly mimicking the skin. On the left side, for product solution, for commercial impact, we will work on this straight compression bandeau top, accompanied by very high-waisted panties with flattering high leg cuts. Our team has created these thick wireless bandeau clean cut finishings, high and covering the stomach with gentle compression. Bottom left, for prints, we will use floral patterns in skin tone, very much inspired color shades to bring subtle prints to this lingerie. And on the right side of the slide, for materials, we will use thick microfibers that allow the use of clean cut and iron-on technology in order to eliminate finishing touches and limit thickness. Product-wise, we have here an underwired bandeau top with a very clean-cut neckline, wide shaping bandeau top, a high-waisted thong with a flat stomach effect, and also raw edge cuts and heat-sealed finishes. And for legwear, on the very extreme right side, we will have very high-waisted tights with gentle compression at the stomach and hips, combined with ultimate transparency and resistance on the legs. Now, can you open the second presentation? So that's the first trend that I wanted to present you today, the murmur trend, very much focusing on the basic, on soft lingerie. Now, the second presentation will be different, very much suitable to Indian market too, but focusing on a different segment of the market, focusing on a highly promising segment, on the future of India, the Gen Z population. All right, so the name of this trend is option. In this trend, we are willing to discover the expectations of this bold and contradictory and energetic new generation. But first, before talking about lingerie, let's watch a short movie in order to illustrate the moods. Thank you. So, Gen Z, the largest generation in the world. By this year, Gen Z will represent 27% of the workforce worldwide. And in India, you know this better than me, we are talking about 120 million of people, which represent 40% of the urban workforce in India. So it's a huge market. And this market is craving for fashion. It's craving for changes. So this trend option is really willing to focus on Gen Z and how this market is craving for the luxury of being counterintuitive. How this new population is relying on their creativity to choose the best option for them, but also for the planet. So choosing the Gen Z option, we have made last year a global study conducted among 36,000 people in 30 countries. And that study has revealed the extent to which this generation is very lucid in its desire for power, success, and hedonistic stimulation. Really, they are willing to care for their own freedom, for their own better being. They are willing to be rich and have an exciting lifestyle, much more than the previous generation. Of course, AI will become more and more important, especially for Gen Z. But let's not forget something. Gen Z is also craving for creativity. And AI might not be the most creative tool available in the world. So it's going to be the challenge in the future for Gen Z to combine creativity with AI. For Gen Z population, we will have to develop new strategic solution. We will have to start thinking out of the box. And that will very much apply to retail online or offline. From now on, immersive physical and virtual experiences are merging for Gen Z. Here on that slide, you have a very nice example made last year during the London Fashion Week, 2 years ago, in September 2023, where this fashion brand, House of Sunny, invited two people to spend a night in its showroom during the Fashion Week in London, in collaboration with Airbnb, and the two guests had the opportunity to immerse themselves in designer Sunny Williams' whimsical and dynamic world. Considering the showroom like as its home, the brand has merged fashion and hospitality to offer customers a kind of intimate and offbeat experience. So really, when you talked about Gen Z, think about out-of-the-box solution and immersive physical and virtual experiences. What about now lingerie translation, lingerie design translation for Gen Z? We are in option story. We are willing to develop this optimistic kidult design for a fun and creative future, very much in harmony with their values and also the planet. Gen Z population is very much concerned by the future of the planet worldwide. Through confident, daring, aesthetic lingerie without compromising on comfort, we are willing to develop here a colorful universe with a committed look which is expressed through design. The keywords of that trend: functional aesthetics, hybrid comfort, adopted geometry, and colorful fun. What about the colors? So left side, you've got the overall color range. Right side, the colorways, different ways to combine the colors together. This season, for Gen Z, we are willing to work on vibrant, bold tones, blending with natural pastel tones in order to form a dynamic color range embodying creativity and optimism. First story of option trend, the playful geometry, or how to renew lace and geometric prints for Gen Z. In that story, bold and warm, the lingerie draws its inspirations from the 70s through geometric patterns and enhance them with a range of energetic colors. It offers playful mix and match. Mix and match is very important for Gen Z. Mix and match combination between plain colored models and printed models, allowing us somehow to vary the possible combinations according to mood. First, on the left side, we have colorful and dynamic geometric prints with very bold colors alternation. For fabrics, the materials will be worked with geometric relief patterns and very intense colors. For swimwear, swimsuits multiply their colorful details and somehow alternate colors. Between plain and printed to offer very daring combinations. On the right side of the slide now, print-wise, we will work on seasonal prints that can also contain more illustrative elements such as geometric flowers. For lace, The lace will be worked with rhythmic and alternating geometric patterns composed of minimalist flowers. And our team on the right side has created this hybrid scarf triangle bra and this bikini with contrasting details, swimsuit style. Not only for swimwear, it can be for lingerie, but inspired by swimwear. Next story, the unicool, or how to renew the major essentials basics products for GenZ. Great Basics here offer a range of energetic colors to attract a kidult who doesn't hesitate to mix and match the materials of this minimalist lingerie. On the left side, for product solution and commercial impact, we are advising you to use recycled materials to renew basic microfiber product lines. Our team has created this microfiber set and rib set to be alternated for more mix and match options. And for fabrics, we are working on recycled polyamide fabrics. Now, on the right side of the slide, the lace is worked with slightly geometric and very colorful floral patterns to create an additional product offering a touch of seduction. For materials, we are offering single color textured alternatives that bring rhythm and choice so as to compose sets of ribbed basics matching with other existing lines. And our team has created this design with a monochrome bodysuit with very wide straps, slightly raised height of the triangle cup, high-cut panties with lace on the back, and a night dress to match the set. Next story, the contrasted alternating, or how to renew striped outfits this season. The timeless dynamism of stripes offer a kind of modern and retro aesthetics to summer pajamas, enhanced with some kind of acid shades. We are working here on soft lingerie, on the other hand, that offers a comfortable and aesthetic alternative that support its full rhythmic looks. First, on the left side, for material solutions, we will work on soft and comfortable jersey materials with contrasting stripes for both lingerie and nightwear, and also swimwear. This type of stripes can also be used in combination with plain products. And for products, for both lingerie and swimwear, we are working here on this chunky knit lingerie set. On the right side, for lace, we are using this crochet style lace featuring simplified floral patterns in combination with contrasting stripe prints. For nightwear, we will adopt this total look pajamas with contrasting stripes. And our team has created on the right side of the slide this little striped bra, the jumpsuit with a deep neckline, and these oversized trousers. What about shapewear for GenZ? Here, shapewear is becoming increasingly popular with GenZ. But it requires a kind of updated strategy, combining support structure, comfort, softness, and vivid, bold colors. On the left side, color solution, we provide color matches making it possible to combine off-white, pinkish beige, terracotta, sea green, and coral colors in order to offer shapewear, but in very unexpected shades. For material solutions, we opt for blends of cotton, modals, and lycras, delivering softness and comfort to these body sculpting materials, very much inspired by soft lingerie. For products, we will work on minimalist key theme inspired by soft lingerie. And on the right side, for products again, we will favor two-pieces sets for mix and match, offering flexible personalization. We will work on this very much Instagrammable shapewear set, and we will work on compression bralette in cotton as a go-to item. And for print, we will incorporate cutting-edge prints with cut-out floral patterns in order to add a touch of novelty. Shaper pieces consisting of prints also will be very much in trend. And the last story for Gen Z, the seductive flowing. So what's the hype flower of the season for Gen Z for spring-summer 2026, and how can we style it? So the key flower for Gen Z for spring-summer 2006 will be the poppy flower. Printed on lace or maxi format on satin night sets, the poppy flower comes in very surprising shades in order to bring new graphic directions to this iconic, emblematic flower. First, on the left side, for print solution, in order to renew the poppy flower on matte materials, we favor color combinations with contrasting blue background, very surprising blue background, in order to bring modernity to these maximized flowers that stands the test of time. For materials, we will work on satin materials in monochrome shades and variations in shine, printed with some kind of dancing poppies. For products, we will work on satin nightdress in sensual shades and contrasting poppy prints socks. Now on the right side, for print solution, second option for prints, especially for products requiring smaller prints, it is also possible to use this poppy flower in a colorful Liberty version. For lace, we will work on frothy two-tone poppy style lace fabrics. And for product solution, we will work on nightwear sets with giant poppies, printed again in very unexpected color scheme. So yeah, we are now done with this today presentation. I hope you found it interesting. You have here my contact details if you want more information. Do you have any questions?
So I had a question about, because I noted a lot of the designs are on models that look very fit, and I'm wondering how they translate to plus size women and clothing and innerwear.
Oh, you're right. You're perfectly right. But the idea of our trends is when we present a trend is not only for high fitted models. It's for trends are most of the time working for mass market, for volume market, and as you know, most of human beings on the planet are a little bit overweighted. So these trends are also perfectly workable for not fitted persons. You have also, I think you have noticed that, we have also included shapewear for Gen Z, because although Gen Z population is younger, so supposed to be fitter, is not always the case. So they also need shapewear to enhance the silhouette. When we talk about trend, it's all about seduction. So it's all about hiding some parts of the body and revealing other parts of the body. But really, the key trends nowadays, at least I think in the US and in Europe, is not to work on fitted models anymore. We take women as they are. As beautiful as they are, and we believe that all women are beautiful, whether they are fitted or not fitted. So really, we believe that all women nowadays can follow this kind of trends.
Any other questions? Yep.
Hi, this is Shilpi. I just wanted to check, what about the men's coming trends?
Oh, today was only about female. If you want to know about male trends, I will be happy to have a conversation with you. But this presentation was only focusing on female segment.
Okay, thank you.
But of course, you understand that these kind of trends are not suitable for men.
Yes.
So I have two more questions. One is the materials that you talked about, and this is across the presentation, are they suitable for all weathers? Is it specifically, I know the first session was spring-summer, so are those specifically summer materials? And then the Gen Z materials, do those translate across seasons, or?
It's a very good question, because when we talked about fashion, we talked about seasons. And long story short, we have summer and winter. And if we talk about ready-to-wear, of course, you are not using the same fabrics for summer and winter due to weather conditions. But here, we are not talking about ready-to-wear. We are talking about underwear. We are talking about first layer. We are talking about on-the-skin product. So really, here it's only when we talk about for underwear, when we talked about season, the weight of the fabrics are not related to that. It's just a fashion phenomenon. Every season you need to renew the collection because it's all about matching the ready-to-wear to lingerie. But it's not, for underwear, it's not really, the fabrics are not related to season. It's the same kind of fabric, the same kind of weight you're gonna use for summer or for winter.
I guess, so the second question was, so incorporating these design trends, especially the first design story that you talked about for spring summer, which was the upgrading basics. What are we looking at in terms of a price differential to be able to, just from products that exist today without these design upgrades? Is there a significant, and like maybe a percentage you can talk about?
Percentage, I'm not sure. It's a tricky question, but no, of course, two things here. When we talked about soft lingerie, the idea is not to make a revolution here. It's just to bring a touch of femininity in order to renew the basics. So when we talked about the basics, we also have to talk about price. And especially here in India, we know that India is a very price-sensitive market. So yes, indeed, we are talking about adding little extra cost, but frankly speaking, not too much. In terms of percentage, 5%, that's it. But this 5% makes a huge difference because this, you are basically with a 5% extra cost on your design, you are differentiating yourself and you are speaking to your customer the right way, because I am convinced that women in India are craving for fashion. We see it happening big time since COVID on ready-to-wear. And this is the next step of India Revolution, is women are craving for style, for fashion, for their underwear lines to wardrobe. So really, yes, we are talking about a small increase of cost, but what is 5% compared to this huge opportunity of being able to be different and being able to finally speak to the female segment? I think it's worth the risk.
Thanks so much. That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Nobody? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Mr. David Landart
Thank
of
you.
the Carlin
Namaste.
Group for those
Namaste.
wonderful. It was actually 2 presentations compressed into 1. So thank you, David. I'll request Ms. Maria Dohadwala, Director, Peppermint Communications, to kindly present a memento to Mr. David Landart. Thank you so much.